16. We are Gamershub. That is Kronos. My name is Gevous, and this game will be between LowLandlions Ice versus Villains.
Yeah, finally time for this quarterfinals. It took a little bit longer to get the brackets sorted, but some little issues and tweaks needed to be made. I'm not sure how it went, but at least we finally can get a cast going again. And we're off to the pick and ban so far. And Yasuo and Malphite have been banned.
Interesting bands coming out already, and we
Ah.
have a remake apparently.
Alright.
So that was a little unexpected, but yeah, Yasuo band. We have seen a lot more Yasuo these days, like the very trending build where you go Static Shift into Trinity Force just to get the added damage, and also your Steel Tempest procs those Sheen procs. So, what you think about the Yasuo ban?
I don't think I'm not sure if they have it as a pocket pick or something. So I'm not sure if it's targeted. I haven't seen it that much, but people have been playing a lot more lately in top lane as mid lane as well. So we'll have to see. Apparently, we were missing a player who wasn't ready.
Oh, okay, I see. I see. Well, at least everyone is here now. If I'm not mistaken, I do see the chat beam spammed, and there we go. We've got the rotations.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that meta of a pick in a way. It's still good against picks like Fiora, etc. But I'm not quite sure. I've not seen it as a ban yet.
I mean, if they have a certain planned strategy going on, it could be a targeted ban. That they think that it will counter whatever strat they're going to run. But, they're going for it again. So
Actually going for the Gangplank instead, so that was not a Yasuo then,
Yeah.
I suppose.
yeah,
Because Yasuo is also quite an unusual ban since, I don't know, like these are types of picks that are really strong, but you wouldn't take them in early rotations, nor it is really high contested in the first rotation for certain players, as far as I know at least. But it will also
Yeah.
be Kalista ban. Like these will be generally the bans you would see in competitive as well, like the professional play, at least very dominant as well. Big shout out to Pascal for bringing us a little bit of coffee. Just come on, just sneak in, just sneak in. It's fine, it's fine. You can wave at the camera too if you like.
So-
thank you. So last ban
Elise
being
ban.
Fiora on LowLandlions.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, we've got Kira in there, and they're betting out Elise, which is, I think, his most played jungler. So, bit of a target ban there, and Fiora as a final ban for Lions, which is just a strong meta pick right now. So, it's quite logical.
And a straight target ban towards Cosq, because we've got two players that have name changed. Like Ala Snackbar is Kirai the jungler, and Hi it's Fatima is Cosq. We might also know from esports.
Yep.
Challenger Series players, and also familiar faces like Lenny and Jesuicas. Both have played for Copenhagen Wolves in the LCS, so quite recognized players, and I would say they're pretty dominant here. Heimerdinger first pick, it might be
Oh,
a placeholder, we don't know, but I would actually be really surprised if that was an actual first pick Heimerdinger.
I don't know what to say. I'm so confused. If it actually is a first pick Heimerdinger, then where are they going to play it?
I'm actually not quite sure if
Okay.
we've got anyone added, so I cannot ask.
We'll
ask
just
if-
assume it's a placeholder pick.
Yeah, let's assume it's a placeholder. I've actually got no one to contact right now for this placeholder. I don't know if production maybe has. Yes, very, very nice. And then he can message it to me, so I can sneakily see what the actual pick is. Braum being locked in though, it's actually surprising to see, because normally in high competitive play, Braum very flexible first pick, or in the
Yeah.
sense of it's really safe. You deny the Pokemon from your enemy, but you also deny, or like you also can still play Pokemon yourself.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong pick overall, and they mix it up with the Lulu again here in the mid lane. Has seen a lot of play today, I think. So pretty standard regular pick. So they're gonna look for another protect D80 carry-ish comp. So I wouldn't be surprised if we would see another Tristana. I would love to see a Twitch,
Ooh.
because it has
Yes.
been buffed slightly. It's not too
Yes.
much, but it makes the laning phase a lot safer because the stealth, well, the stealthing reduction when you get damage is reduced. I think it's like
4.5 seconds.
4.5
seconds until you enter your stealth in combat.
Yeah, in combat.
In combat, that is. But Western scene doesn't really play Twitch. Mostly something for like the China scene and the Korea scene where it's picked up mostly. And in the EU scene, we still see like mostly Tristana, the Lucians. Sometimes we see Jinx. I guess we prefer the Jinx over things like Kog'Maw or Twitch, like you said. But I do see a Rek'Sai and a Lucian being locked in right now. Sliver really comfortable in that Lucian, and of course Rek'Sai.
Yeah, come on, who doesn't see Rek'Sai every single game? No, I mean, it's a pretty standard pick. I think that Kira is pretty comfortable on it as well. I think it's like his second or third pick, or most comfortable champion. So he should do just fine in there. And there is the Tristana being hovered over, and the Tahm Kench.
I would be really excited if Tahm Kench gets locked in. It's one of my new favorite champions at the moment.
Tahm Kench.
I just like how he uses his tongue. How he uses his tongue. He plays bass on it. He plays bass on his tongue. Like, how can you not like it? I mean,
but they're gonna disappoint you though.
Yeah, but it's still like it's a really solid pick in definitely in top lane. It might not be as good when you blind pick it, but he deals a lot of damage, gets incredibly tanky, and is also really good in protect the AD carry composition or like protect the hyper carry composition because you can eat them. You can make your enemy waste cooldowns, and then once the cooldowns are used, then you can just pop them out again, and you're free to go.
Yeah, pretty safe, but
not
they can still pick it because they have still a last pick available for top lane.
They do, but indeed for now it's the Nidalee. So what do you think about this Nidalee?
Nidalee, I'm not really a fan of it in the jungle. I mean, I know it has quite some pressure. It helps a bit with the vision, of course, with the bushwhacks. But there are a few select players who are really good on it. So I think it's a bit of an iffy pick, but we'll have to see. I mean, they want to run a type of protect AD carry comp, and Nidalee doesn't really fit in there as such, except for the heal, and it does give an attack speed buff as well. So we'll have to see how they play that out. But we've got Ahri and a Blitzcrank here.
Ahri still very comfortable for Koski, of course. Like, it's one of his most played champions of all time. I don't know. There's something actually with Dutch players and Ahri mid.
Yeah.
A lot of Dutch competitive players play a lot of Ahri. Like, I don't know if that's like a certain thing with us Dutchies or if that's just like coincidence. Like, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, it's a Blitzcrank, which is might be placed also. I don't know, but it's kind of weird if you pick a Blitzcrank into Braum. We don't see that often, but it would make a very exciting match if that is actually Blitzcrank. Yeah. I do know that Castle likes these hooking champions. So I guess we'll have to see. Still curious what the Heimerdinger is, because I don't know if that's actually Heimerdinger. Then it's gonna be it's unknown. Is that a new champion? Right. Unknown.
Okay. So, but yeah, the Blitzcrank coming in, you would expect Jessica to go for the Thresh, because it is open, it hasn't been banned, and we do go back to the lobby, so it is most likely a placeholder. So we're gonna hear what for soon, I guess.
Yeah, I'll ask in the chat right now to see. It's a Darius. It is the Darius.
That's confused.
How deep is your love?
Darius was picked by Villains.
No, it was LowLandlions. LowLandlions are on the
blue side. No. They hovered it. Now I remember. They hovered Darius.
They hovered Darius, indeed. But, and Jackson's Darius. Some trolls in the chat do come up, but indeed it is the Darius, and that makes it a little bit of a more solid line.
That makes more sense.
A little bit more front line right there, and Darius is such a great bully. He has true damage, he has a lot of healing. So, what does that make? Darius, Rek'Sai, Ahri, Lucian, and Blitzcrank. What do you think about this team? It sounds really solo queue style.
They do have a lot of opportunities to make picks. Blitzcrank hook, Ahri charm, and Darius hook, which is kind of short range, so it's a bit, but we'll have to see. But they have a lot of opportunities to use their hooks. But the thing is, they have a Braum for villains, So a lot of these abilities can be blocked by him, and he can take the brunt of the damage and soak it up while backlines Tristana and such just deal damage safely. So might not be the best pick into Finland's lineup.
Oh, it's still like the pick composition overall is still pick composition. You know, like even if they get a pick onto Braum, the shield will only remain for only 6 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, so it is still possible to make picks on Braum, but indeed, like you would have to invest a lot to burst through that shield. So let's see the lineup of villains. It was Jax, Nidalee,
Yeah. Lulu,
Tristana, Braum.
Yeah.
So again, this type of new Juggermore style with the Tristana instead, and
carry.
still have like solo carries with
Yeah.
it.
Well, I mean, the more I think of it, the more I kind of like Nidalee. I just prefer that they would have another front line, perhaps.
Gragas, for
Because
example.
yeah, I mean, it will bring more CC to the table. Of course, I mean the heal and attack speed buff is going to be pretty nice on Tristana, but it remains to be seen if that's going to be enough.
Yeah.
I would have liked some more CC, but it's going to be up to them to show me wrong and prove that Nidalee's going to be a good pick here.
Because maybe something effective you could run into a pick comp is maybe some kind of disengage or like better skirmishing composition where you have like better all-round fighting in a way.
Yeah.
Nidalee is more of this poke champion, and they don't have that much synergy within the poke. They do have a lot of siege though, because indeed of the attack speed boost from the heal onto the Tristana, so they will be able to get these explosive shot procs really, really easily.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll have to see. I think. Hope they're going to go through champ select a bit faster though.
Yeah. Well, I was already thinking,
a
since we
while.
already actually know these picks, I think we can already jump into a break, since we also have to sit out the 3-minute delay. So I would say hold on tight, get your snacks and drinks, because we are ready for some League of Legends action, and with these lineups it's definitely going to be bloody. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you back towards the quarterfinals of the Trust League of Legends tournament here at the Reality LAN 16 in Assen. We're Gamershub, this is Kronos, my name is Gevous, and this is LowLandlions Ice versus Villains.
Yeah, finally we're getting into a game after the 2 remakes and 3-minute delay. Took a little bit of a while, but oh well. We're gonna have some fun right now because I think this is gonna be a pretty good match. Should be quite exciting at least.
It should indeed be pretty good. A lot of familiar faces, like 2 Challenger Series players, 2 XLCS players, maybe to be LCS players still. And then we've also got a very experienced Benelux lineup within the Villains. So they are stacked up as a 5-man in that former Banana Brush. They're just defending against the Invade by the looks of it. At least that is the case for LowLandlions Ice. They don't want any shenanigans. They're just chilling at the entrances of their jungle. Don't want to do any type of these invades, and I think it's going to look like standard lanes as well.
Yeah, it's a pretty typical level 1 tactic against a Blitzcrank. Just stack up as 5 to make sure that if somebody gets picked off, you are able to respond quickly as a team and maybe get a better trade than the other team could get.
Yeah, with so much follow-up on the Blitzcrank. It's something you do not like to happen, so a full 5-man stacked yourself in the brush is always convenient, especially if you still have some good level 1 trading available, unless you get picked off single-handedly. So, we do see the standard lanes still so far. Actually, now I say so, I do see both Sliver and Jesuit Cars going into the top lane, the Gromstad. So it looks like they will be going for the lane swap. Actually going to do the double jungling with Darius, which is pretty darn good in the double jungle. The bleed will deal a lot of extra damage, AoE, and then you also got quite some sustain. So it will be the bot lane of Villains just going in their own bot lane. And it looks like Connie already started his explosive shots, so he will be pushing out that wave.
Yeah, that's quite early. I mean, they might not expect a lane swap, so that could be the reason why. Plus it helps out with the Gromp, of course. But that's gonna make them push the lane pretty quickly, and they can't deny there is too much CS right here, so it's a bit unfortunate. Maybe they should have waited leveling it up, but I guess they needed it just for that level 1 camp. And like they're leaving Lucian on his own in the top lane to free farm while Blitzcrank is roaming around trying to find him in the jungle, and he does find Billy and Jax, but this is not a fight he wants to take just yet, I believe, because he's on his own versus 2. I don't give him much of a chance there.
No, but at least it will be taking a couple seconds of their time just to see if they try and can get a catch onto the Blitzcrank. So that will go off their jungle pathing where the team of LowLandlions, not Fire, Ice. This is the Ice lineup. There's a Fire and an Ice lineup here at the LAN, but this is the Ice lineup. They do have the better pathing right now, just because Jesuit Cars got to take off a couple seconds of the double jungle from Villains. So far, Cosq getting a little bit of damage down onto him. With like Lulu can still harass pretty well. Also great playmore from him, but we also see this 4-man push in this top lane.
Yeah, and they're going to respond with 4-man push in the bottom lane. Jax uses TP to get in there, and they want to contest the early 3rd kill, and this should be right to do so.
It's going to be LowLandlions Ice being... Wow, it's actually a mouthful. They will be taking the first turret of this game. Yes, there we go, but it will fall at the same time as the bot turret. We also saw some movement from Bruder in this mid lane. Could not quite get a gank off. He's still looking for it, still lurking in the enemy jungle. Just gets trapped down. Kane also roaming himself. There are no wards on the side of LowLandlions Ice. So I wonder if they will be able to pull off this 3-man in this mid lane. It's quite an investment to go for. There is the ward, and Jesuit Cars has to flash away straight away, so safe flash, but does get the information that there is a duo roam in this mid lane. So at least he will be giving Cosq a chance to survive, but also a chance to deal some damage onto Kane, but gets denied by Unbreakable.
Yeah, most of it got shielded off there. I mean, Blitzcrank, he dodged the trap at least, but got spotted by the ward instead. So a bit of a risky position he got himself into, but Flash quite early though to get out there. He
Both
could
A
have walked
carries.
away. I'm not sure. Oh well.
Alright.
No, never. I was just saying maybe he could have just walked away. Right
Would
there.
be risky. It would
Bit
be
close
risky.
anyway.
Well, it's better safe than sorry in this scenario, but we do see that both AD carries are still fairly even in CS, just a slight advantage for Sliver, but it is to be expected because he will not be pushing as hard as Konyo. He's playing the Tristana after all, and the lane swap, having the explosive shot already doesn't really benefit you that much. Koski was actually perma-shoving this mid lane, has to flash away, and also flash from Sebs trying to finish him off. He had the ignite too, but couldn't get in range for it. So it's a flash for flash trade in that mid lane. Koski was just trying to buy time for his team so that Saps just cannot roam. Spear does land as well, and it is a little bit of a bot lane party, not too much going on, but they are looking to party right there.
Yeah, although Rek'Sai and Blitzcrank are backing off now. They're heading towards the mid lane, so looks like things are going to cool down. I mean, they're leaving Tristana in the top lane against the Darius, so they really want him to free from them here in the jungle.
Oh, and now Shizuka's getting caught out, does get stunned, also got hit by a spear, hooks in Kane, can Kane get away, Bruder getting really low, there is Lenny with the teleport, and that's first blood for him on this Darius, and this will be a great start for him. Did have to blow a teleport though, so that's one summoner cooldown blown, but with such a champion as Darius, that this might snowball in the favor of LowLandlions Ice.
Yeah, but it is going to give Tristana a free push on that top lane. He has quite a big wave, but he decides to back off. Yeah, Darius is already coming back. So, great play by them. I mean, they saved the turret at least. No real damage will be done to it, and they get the first blood here.
Immediately goes back to the top lane. Knew he had enough time with me on the mid lane. We do see Shusvikas missing the hook, unfortunately. It was a great roam by Shusvikas and Kirai. But yeah, we saw a huge wave in the top lane turret for Lenny, so he will be soaking up a lot of XP there. So he will not lose that much for that teleport. Didn't get the last hit on the siege minion, but still got the XP. And there comes the culling from Sliver, bringing down Zergoth really low, and Zergoth go all the way back, pop all his potions. Looks like he will still be sticking around, just sitting on those potions, trying to regen up and see if he can still get some farm in that bottom lane.
Yeah, we missed something off camera, but Bruder tried to snipe off Gas with his spears from the side there, almost getting him. Was pretty close there.
Oh, there's a flash from Kirai, and that also forces the flash from Zergoth. Kane doesn't have flash himself since... Oh wait, actually he still has flash when he got called out himself. But he knows that he can survive, so he just walks off by the flash for flash trade. Jungler for top lane is still fairly even, but it is the LowLandlions being able to put more pressure on this bottom side of the map, which might result into control of the Dragon area, and then continue for the Dragon. Would be a little bit early for the Baron right now.
Yeah, kind of, since it hasn't spawned yet. No worries. They are going to push down this bottom lane right now, though, and no real testing being done by the villains. Only Braum nearby, but nothing you can do really, so that gives a second turret here to LowLandlions Ice, and bringing a gold lead up to about 1.5k, so small lead, but they'll make it work, I think.
Yeah, and actually surprised to see that Slifer went for double longsword, so that might turn into a brutalizer later on, which it was fairly popular for a while, you know, like the pickaxe or the BF sword into the brutalizer, just to have like more bully potential, also stronger mid-game power spec. So maybe we see that from Sliver here too, just having those longsword to have strong laning phase against the Jax, but then still up into the Infinity Edge later on. So what do you think about that brutalizer pickup?
Well, he went for the BF sword, so it's definitely not going to be an early brutalizer right now.
No, but later on, I mean.
Perhaps. I don't like it personally. I mean, you can still build it into like a Yumu and get the extra speed up and buff your ultimate, but I personally believe that the other options there are currently a bit better. Plus right now he isn't... Well, they are now in the 2v2 lane, but they were pretty much playing like 3v1 or something in the bottom lane for a long time.
Meanwhile, on the top lane, we do see a little fight going on between Lenny and Zergoth. Lenny just healing up from his Decimate, but Bruder trying to join into the fight too, but cannot really find an angle to throw a spear and actually jump in himself. It would be quite neat if we would get the hunt there, but it will just remain the 1v1 and Zergoth actually recalling himself. Already sitting on the Phage, where Lenny is actually sitting on Phage and Kindle Gem.
Kindle Gem, yeah. And the Tristana, I mean, again, we see the pickaxe into Average Blade buy-up. And, I mean, already he has farmed about 200 gold with it. So, doing quite nicely so early with the item. But he was behind like 10 CS when he was top lane solo against Darius. But luckily he did manage to catch it up right now in the bot lane because he was getting behind a little bit. Are looking for some lane control here. The grab, getting pink boards.
Grab clearing out vision, see if they can keep control on Dragon. Actually, it is Kira in this top lane, surprisingly enough, and this opens up the Dragon for Villains. But Zergoth, I'm not quite sure if he can escape. Kira does get stunned up still, but there's Cosq. Spirit rushing over the wall, does not get the kill, will go to Lenny, but it also means Dragon goes to Villains.
Yeah, I kind of right now would have given it to Villains because they pick up the objective here. They get the extra damage buff, which will allow them to get some more pressure down perhaps. Right now here in the bottom lane, they get the illusion.
Yeah, and he might be called out himself. Only has heal, doesn't have the flash, does dodge out of that spear. Not javelin, I'm sorry, javelin. And we are on the mid lane. We do see Sebs getting ganked on by Kirai, but does escape safely. So yeah, that could have meant a lot of trouble, but at least they do get the ignite from Villains. So that's a Summoner trade for free, pretty much. And
Black Cleaver already finished up by Darius right now. So he's doing quite well for himself.
Yes, that's pretty huge, and also now that the bleed actually deals 80 damage, that will also increase his bleed. Now you see it's just Recast going for the hook, but misses it by a hair. That might have been an engage, but he was all alone.
Yeah.
So I'm actually think he should be happy that he didn't land that, unless it's mind games where you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna land this, I'm just gonna pretend I'm missing a lot of hooks, so they get cocky, and then and then I can actually bait them into a real hook. Like, I think that's his master plan. Like, pretty sure.
For sure. That was just a good play by Lulu, turning him into a cupcake and denying the knock-up. Because he would have gotten easily knock-up into hook. For sure, I trust in Cass.
Yeah, but there was no one to follow him up.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. There was no one to follow him up, and otherwise he would be stuck with like a couple players of the enemy team. It's not quite what you want. Like, the wrong type of backup. See, okay, Kirai now taking a ton on the top lane. Does have support from just Recast. Zergoth popping out the counter strike. Does get the stun onto Lenny, and Zergoth able to jump to Kane. But will it actually make him escape? No, there's the dunk. Also Cosq coming in there. 2 kills picked up for LowLandlions. 3 kills picked up for LowLandlions. Double kill for Lenny, and also 1 kill for Kirai.
Oh, the Black Cleaver doing work. I mean, Darius has a lot of damage already, and wow, that was a nice pickup by them. Good hook from Blitzcrank after the jump from Jax there. And Lucian looking here in the mid lane to get some more pressure down, but easy wave clear by Sebs.
Does have a lot of AD right now, Sliver, so he is able to wave clear some of it, not quite as efficient as the Lulu, but he can definitely have pressure on the Lulu herself, which is what he did, so this makes him pretty free to actually just shoving this mid lane, see if they can rotate towards that mid lane out of turret and actually take that one too. Now we see Kane clearing some vision. I'm not quite sure if he actually wants to phase that. There's the hook onto Kane. He is caught out, does pop the Unbreakable, but it will not block enough damage. Another kill for Kirai, 2-0-4. But he's not quite done yet. Sebs gets flashed on, pops the Lulu ultimate, cannot get the return kill onto Sliver, and Ignite will still be ticking, but will nowhere be enough. So this is another kill pickup. Oh, and Bruder, just be careful, my friend. Did pop the trap in the brush to see if there's anyone there, and he is able to just back off out of this one, but this most likely means another turret for LowLandlions.
We've seen how good his hooks are so far, so that was quite a bit risky to even try and place that pushback in there and get
it was the mind games. It was the mind games earlier.
It was. But, I mean, in the meantime, they did manage to get Tristana some free farm. He has been sitting bottom lane quite a lot. Still behind on Lucian, but still, I mean, that average blade is allowing him to catch up and a couple hundred gold behind. So, I mean, right now for Villains, it's pretty much a huge issue that they're so far behind in this mid game. LowLandlions is getting stronger and stronger by the minute. I mean, the Black Cleaver finish and Morellonomicon and Ari allows them to get a lot of this mid game pressure and mid game damage. And really, all the villains can do is try to farm up, try to scale up the Jax and the Tristana, and hopefully make up for it later on in the game.
The extra cooldown reduction on Renomicon, more charms, more picks, more spirit rushes, so indeed good damage output and also low cooldown so he can pick off more. Actually, I thought that Koskio might be maxing his taunt second, his charm, just because you get more cooldown reduction on it and it has more single target DPS than the Foxfire, but he actually still went for the Foxfire, so that does mean he's still looking to skirmish rather than just full out picking. It's like, yeah, well, if we get a hook anyway, then the charm is just enough. So interesting pick here. Meanwhile on the top lane, Zergot does get hooked in himself, pops the counter strike, jumps to a ward, but Lenny, you know, pretty fast with the Black Cleaver procs. Zergot forced to flash away. Lenny does have flash himself, doesn't go for the flash decimate into the dunk, which might have been enough to kill him, but then there's still the Grandmaster's Might for the extra resistance. So he just plays it safely, just keeps pushing it in his top lane. And actually, it's a pretty perfect game so far for LowLandlions, 7-0.
LowLandlions playing the mind games. I mean, they were pushing bot lane. All of villains went there to defend it. Then they just rotated 3-man to mid lane, pushed down mid lane, got a free turret. Then villains rotated to mid to try and defend, but they were really too late. Then LowLandlions went back to bottom lane and now got another turret down. So that's 6 turrets already at 60 minutes into the game.
All they have to do, just walk to the turrets, keep shoving it out, because Lucian has a lot of AD still. Still didn't go back actually, he's still sitting on the 1.3k gold. And if they can get a hook under the turret and pull them in, like either with Darius or Blitzcrank, where do we just see one? Lulu ultimate being forced down, and Saps is getting damaged by the culling, but that will force out the Lulu ultimate, which is pretty huge just for a hook trade. You know, like a 12-second cooldown for about a minute. I'll take it. And now also Konjo getting chunked out by Koskio, forced to jump away. Didn't burn summoners though, so that is pretty good. So they also get the ultimate out of Koskio.
That was pretty close. I think Koskio was trying to play the mind games with his charm and try to catch him mid-jump, but it just missed. So unfortunately not getting the kill there onto Tristana. But Dragon is up and Kirai is currently already busy taking it on his own. He should be fine.
Yeah, he has the Cinderhawk, so he's quite tanky. Will be dealing damage every second around him, and also Aegis of the Legion. Like, we're giving a little bit of tankiness. He's fine. Can just recall, pop his Void Rush, join in the fray again, and see if they can continue sieging. Like, there's no... It's just only 17 minutes in this game, actually, so there's no Baron threat or whatsoever, so they can just play it really cool, keep shoving in these waves, see for those picks. Maybe they can play around the neutral objectives once they're contested, but they just took it solo. Maybe Baron will be interesting, they should be able to do it. There we go, Infinity Edge now finished for Sliver as well.
I mean, the way they're playing, it feels like it's like 30 minutes in. 6 towers down, they got so many items already finished. I mean, Arya just went base, got the Rabadon's Death Cap. Lucian just went base, got his Infinity Edge. I mean, the fights before were already scary for villains, but it's gonna get even worse now.
Lenny, he's so tanky. There's like a Javelin and a Glitter Lance is not enough, but there goes Kirai, finds of himself Zergot, a great hook, and also shoots recast, takes the credit for that one, and now they're looking further to push this one out. Oh, Koskio goes for the flash, does not get the taunt off, so they will not be able to fight further in here, but Kane does get chunked out. Kirai will just tunnel into the turret, going into the turret. Roma ultimate gets forced though. Kirai dropping really low. He does go down to the turret, but look at all that damage that Koskio does. Double kill for him. This still surviving with the explosive shot. Will finish him off. And Bruder trying desperately to throw javelins during this turret being taken, but he is out of mana, so he can't do so. Lenny though, ignite, heal is not enough. Turret deals enough damage, and it's a shutdown. So this is where Villains actually gets 3 kills, but now look at Zergot.
Behind,
all the way behind. Slive is called now in a wrong position, but he does get the turret in trade. So 4 kills right now, for 2 actually. In favor of Villain, but it is LowLandlions getting that turret.
Well, once again we see players getting a little bit cocky, trying to go for plays and moves they maybe shouldn't make if they want to play it safe, but I guess they feel comfortable enough at the moment, which seems logical. They're AK ahead, so it shouldn't make too much of a problem for them, but a bit painful there.
Yeah, it's a pretty scary situation for Villains, to be honest. I mean, every single opponent is about 1 to 2k up in gold. So there's a huge item advantage on the side of LowLandlions. So what could Villains actually do in order to stall this one out? See if they can get the late game, because they still have a pretty good late game.
Steal Baron? I don't know. I mean, that's one of the options.
That would be an option, yeah. That would be an option.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, they still want to scale up late game. Like, well, for them right now, it's super late game because they're so far behind. But if they scale up far enough, they can outrange, well, most of the targets for of LowLandlions with the Tristana at least. The speed up from Lulu and the shields, of course, he should be fine and be able to get some kills. But right now, yeah, LowLandlions is just too tanky and it's too easy for them to get picks. So if they can't defend this inhib, it's going to be probably free Baron, and after that they can just free push every lane in. And I doubt that Villains will have any chance then.
So trying to get some poke off on the side, but look at this Javelins, they barely doing damage. It's an easily large rod and a rune glaive, but look at them. Oh, there's a flash hook onto Bruder. It's forced to flash away straight away, but Kane dropping low. Lulu ultimate being forced as well. The wild throw doing work as well for the shields, and there's Zergoth going for the flash on Fatima. Will it be enough? That Spellvamp just saved him just for a little bit. Kanyo able to take that kill. The jump from the hook. Is Sliver able to clean this one up? Another knock up from Kira. It's a double kill. It's 2-for-1 trade, but Koski played it so well. But it was the range from Tristana being able to just still get in there.
I thought he was gonna make it. It was like, oh, he had like 20 HP when he got out of there, and it's like, oh, come on.
So close. It was really well played by him, but maybe also still a little bit ballsy, still trying to go a little bit too deep. But it wasn't a good play nonetheless, but it will still be an inhibitor for the LowLandlions. And
a 2-for-1 trade. So another little bit of gold lead they're gonna acquire for themselves. 10k ahead right now. Dragon is also coming up at 1 minute 20, but they are gonna head for Baron, of course, because second Dragon isn't gonna do all that much for them right now. And we'll have to see if they can get the pressure, but look at that. I mean, they've got 4 pink wards around the Baron.
Yeah,
so all they have to do is...
It's really hard to get back this vision control. Like, if we compare vision from LowLandlions right now, they pretty much see everything on the entrances as well. Oh, that was an ultimate from Shizuka's.
Yeah.
And also, if you look at the vision of Villains, like, they can barely see anything. They can only see the Baron, but that ward will be going out soon as well. Shizuka's does get the hook onto Kane, but Shizuka dropping so low from the Baron. Will it be enough? Javelin will not hit, but he's dropping really low, and it will still be Kirai finally getting that ward, so they do get what they wanted. They do spot out Koskyu though. Just throw the Javelin there, just to say, like, we know you're there, try and back off. Now Kane trying to clear this one out. Kane though does get knocked up. Koskyu is on the side, can Spirit Rush over. There's the culling, will it be enough? Yes, Spirit Rush is enough. Also a charm onto Konyo, and that knockback is really good from him, so no further follow-up, but still a free pick from LowLandlions. This might mean Baron for them. They've got so much vision control. They denied pretty much every single ward of Villains, but will they be going for the Baron actually?
I'm guessing for a bait.
Maybe
I guess it, yeah. Here we go, the Fnatic bush, or whatever you want to call it.
The ye old Fnatic strat.
Oh man.
Camping the brush. Make him face check. Oh, Shizuka, there he goes. He does find himself. Bruder does land the hook as well. Knock up into knock up. Lulu ultimate is there as well, but Ignite is ticking. Will it be enough? Nope. Sliver flanks around. That's interesting. A flanking AD carry. So able to pick that one off. Sebs though is caught between a rock and a hard place. Does go down. Shizuka wants that kill. 2-0-8, and he is one happy support.
Yeah. Oh, but. I mean, Koskyu had to flash out of there because Lulu was getting the better of him and almost managing to get the kill, but yeah, it made him get himself into a weird position where he got flanked off, and now this extra pick will allow them to go for the Baron because it's a 5v3 if they even want to go for a fight. But Blitzcrank looking for another pick, perhaps setting Koskyu up for another kill. I do think that they're just gonna stall them out, take this Baron, and then head back to base.
That will indeed beat a Baron for LowLandlions, and how can you stop this train from rolling? You need some brakes on that thing. They will be coming in strong. Everyone again sitting over a 1k of gold, and they will be able to do their shopping, get their new clothing, fancy, like show them off to your opponent. They will get scared. Oh man, these pants are amazing. I have to get some too. I need to run and work.
Oh man.
Wait, what?
Yeah. No, but seriously though, I mean, they are getting a lot of items, and they're just going to push out one lane, allow super minions to push in mid, and make sure that they are busy with defending it, and well, just make sure that they get another inhib, and should be fairly easy going from there. I mean, another 3k they acquired in that couple minutes of trading and Baron and whatever.
The Bruder again on the side lanes. This is something he does want to do, see if he can get some poke on from the side. It's just Rileys though, no void stuff being picked up straight, and there is a little bit of magic resist on the side of LowLandlions, so it's hard to actually get reliable poke onto the lineup of LowLandlions. And there we go, the charm into the hook, and that's another kill pickup. Bruder will be trying to defend this one, but he has to back off. Koskio coming from the side. This will be another inhibitor turret for LowLandlions. The Spirit rushes in, gets one. Can he get the second one? Lulu ultimate comes down. He's dropping low, really low himself. Conjo goes down. Explosive shot will not be enough healing as well for the summoning heal coming out from Sliver. Just to be sure, teleport comes out. There are minions in the base of Villains, spawned up minions as well. One inhibitor down. Super minion is now entering the base as well. Zergoth trying to go in, does not find himself the Koskio. The Koskio? Yes, the Koskio. Hey, and he doesn't go down. Trying to go for another taunt, but it's two Nexus turrets down. There's a flash hook onto Sept. He goes down. Sliver takes that one. Can they get more? Another taunt. A second dunk. And 3 other kills. They're hammering on the Nexus. And this is a really convincing win for LowLandlions.
Yeah, at the end they want to show who's the boss here. And definitely LowLandlions Ice was the boss of this game. Making a great showing. I mean, Villains wasn't an easy opponent of any sorts. So really showing that they want to win this tournament today. Well, tomorrow, actually, we have tomorrow as well.
Yeah, we have tomorrow as well, indeed. So, I'm not quite sure how many more games we're actually going to cast. It will at least be till 11 or so, and tomorrow will be the big day where the actual finals will find place. But yeah, you can definitely see the experience coming in from the lineup of LowLandlions Ice. Like 2 Challenger Series players, 2 players that have played in LCS as well. Yeah. I mean, they're showing up big time. And Sliver also pretty experienced player himself, does play in Enigma. Enigma has 3 teams in the top 5 of the Challenger ladder at the moment, so a lot of games into him as well. So it makes it just a really solid lineup, and I really wonder if there's anyone that can top off that level that LowLandlions Ice have.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe their sister team, LowLandlions Fire. I don't know. What beats Fire? Ice, unfortunately, will. So we'll have to see, but who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, maybe it's going to be a battle of the lines, but we all have to see further. And for that, there's only one way to find out: is watch more games and see all of these games. Quick shout out to Azo for the monitors, also for VPro for getting us these neat mechanical gear that we can use for our casting, and of course Trust for hosting this tournament. Trust League of Legends tournament here at the Reality 16 LAN here in Assen. We will be coming back with more games. Keep watching, follow us. Thank you for watching this game, and we will